Oh, hey everybody, how's it going? So today I thought, hang on, wait a minute, something's not right. Oh, that's better. You know what I did there? I transformed into Minimath. And guess what? That's what our next math lesson is going to be. It's on transformations. And our first one is going to be slides. Last week we talked about the coordinate grid system, and it's going to tie into what we're doing today. So here we have a bunch of points on a grid paper. Probably saying, what the heck are they there for? Well, what you're going to do is we're going to figure out, how did I get from point 1 all the way down to point 2? So I had to move somehow. So what I need to know first is how far to the right or to the left did I actually move? And in this case, if I count, I go 1, 2, and it's gone 2 units to the right. And then I count how far down it went, and it went 1, 2, 3. So for that red dot, we went 2 to the right and 3 down. It's as easy as that. Let's take a look at the green dot. Number 1 starts here. How far to the right or left did we go? We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. I'm just going to put an R now. And we went 1 unit down. That's the green dot. Now we're moving to the blue dot. The blue dot starts here. And we went 1, 2, 3, 4, again to the right. So we're going to go 4, R for 4 right. And we went 1, 2, 3 down. And now what we've done is this, we've shown how far that dot has slid, or a slide. Let's move on to the next slide. It says we're actually going to take the dot and we're actually going to slide it ourselves now. So this says we want to go 5 to the right and 2 down. So if I find dot, or the red dot, that's our first one for A, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2 down and make a new dot there. And we're going to label that one A with a little dash on there. And that, what this little, looks like an apostrophe, what that's called, it's called a prime. And that means that's my second image. So that's where I slid that to. We take a look at the B dot. 3 right and 1 up. So we start here, we go 1, 2, 3, we go 1 up. That's my new one. I put a B with a prime, and we're finished that one. We're now going on to the C, which is blue. And it goes 4 to the left. We're changing direction now, so we got to watch that. It's important that we watch what the instructions say. So we're going to go this way now. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says down 3, 1, 2, 3. My new dot goes there. But we're still going to label it the same way we did with the C and the prime now. So now we've actually taken this and we've slid them ourselves. So we're getting pretty good at this. Let's move on. We now get into some shapes. Gets a little trickier now because we're not moving 1 dot, we're actually moving a shape. We have to go 5 boxes to the right and 3 down. So what I'm going to do, knowing that this is all attached, I'm going to move this one corner right here. I'm going to go 5 to the right. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3 down. So this is my top corner of this box right here. So I can do one of 2 things. I can actually move all of these, or if I know that this box is too wide, I can now just draw my new box in right there. And I've actually slid that box 5 to the right and 3 down. I can do the same with the green one. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And that is this corner right here. So I know this one goes down 1, 2, 3 down. So I go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to touch this box, and I'm going to go 2 across, and that's my new box right there. Last one is the blue one. Same thing, if I take the top right hand corner, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3 down. That's this corner right here that I slid. So I know there's another dot just below it, and this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes long. So my new box would look like that. So now not only did we slide a point, we've actually slid an entire object. Let's see what happens when we show with the Cartesian plane now, and we get into negatives and all that kind of stuff that we talked about last week. We have, here it says how many units right or left and up or down did the dot move from A to B. So we went from A down to B. So we have to figure out how far did it go to the right and how far did it go up or down. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and we went 1, 2 down, just like we did before, but now we have the full Cartesian plane on there. Moving right along, we have to slide the point 2 up and then copy the shape. So here's the point, which is P right here, and it says to move it 2 up. So I'm going to move it up in green. So if I go 2 up, I'm going this way, and we're going 1, 2. So my new point's going to be right here, which is going to be P, but don't forget, when we make the new point, we have to put the prime symbol down. And then I just finish copying the shape, and if I remember how it looks, it's going to go up, and it should look like that. So that's my new shape, like that. Okay, so what we've done is we've drawn our new shape, put our prime there. So now I have to take that information and I have to put it into coordinate or ordered pairs. So the original P, which is this letter right here, that point, its position was, remember we go X first because X comes first in the alphabet. It was -2, and its Y position was at 1. Now this means if you go from the original to your new image, so this is the P prime. So what is the coordinates of P prime? And now look, it's still at -2 for my X. But now if I take a look here, it's all the way up to 1, 2, 3. So +3. So my X didn't change, but my Y went up 2, which is what it asked us to do. One last one to go. And we're going to slide the triangle 5 to the right and 2 down. Problem is, we don't have a triangle. Oh no, what are we going to do? Let's put one on. Let's make a point here, and a point here. There's our triangle. There's A, there's B, and there's C. So let's move it. Now this time what we're going to do is we're going to move all 3 points. Before we just move one of them, but now we're going to move all of them, as you can see over there. So the first one we're going to move is A, and it says 5 to the right and 2 down. So let's count to the right. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 down, 1, 2. This is my new A. We label it A, and don't forget, what do we need? We need the little prime symbol. We're going to move B. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 down, 1, 2, so it's going to sit right there. Again, B with the prime, and then C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, right there, C with the prime. Let's connect those. Last thing we need to do is put our new ordered pairs up. The original A was at -4, because it goes over to here on the X, and 3. My new A, which is over here, is going to be on 1 and +1. My original B was -2 on the X and +2 on the Y. My B prime goes to 3. Doesn't move up or down on the Y, so if it stays there, it's going to be 0. So it's going to be 3 and 0. And then my last one, C, it goes from -4, 1, all the way over to 1 and -1. So now what we did is we slid that entire triangle, and we've also labeled all our prime coordinates. That's our introduction to slides, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, homies and homettes, dudes and dudettes. And don't forget, even in school, math can be cool.